Today we are going to discuss self-practice 1.2. Question number 1. Determine whether each set of the numbers is a sequence. 3, 18, 33, 48. Okay, so the number from the smaller number to bigger number. So maybe it is addition or multiplication. We try multiplication. 3 times 6 equals 18. 18 times 6 not equals 33. So not a multiplication. So we try to find difference between 18 and 3. So 18 minus 3 equals 15. So 3 plus 15 equals 18. 18 plus 15 equals 33. 33 plus 15 equals 48. So it is a sequence. B. 100, 116, 132, and 148. So also from smaller number become bigger number, and the difference between two numbers is not so big. So obviously we can see 100 plus 16 equals 116. 116 plus 16 equals 132. 132 plus again 16 equals 148. So this is a sequence also. C. 1.0, negative 1.7, negative 2.4, 3.1. So the first one is positive number. Second one is negative number. Suddenly third one also negative. Then fourth one is positive. So this one not a sequence. Okay, D. Why not a sequence? Okay, if multiply positive number multiplied by negative number, we obtain negative number. Then if we multiply again the negative number, we're supposed to get positive number, not a negative. That's why not a sequence. Okay, for D, negative 15, 30, 60, negative 120. Negative 15 multiply negative 2, you can obtain 30. So if 30 multiplied by negative 2, you will obtain negative 60. But here is positive 60. And you multiply again negative 2, then you obtain negative 120. So this is not a sequence because the number 60 suppose is negative 60, but now is positive. Okay, so now we look at E. 1 over 4, 1, 1 over 2, 2, 1 over 2, 3, 1 over 3. Okay, so difference between 1, 1 over 2 and 1 over 4 is, we try to find the difference. Okay, 1 over 2 we can change to 3 over 2. So minus 1 over 4. 3 over 2 minus 1 over 4 also we can change to 6 over 4 because times 2 times 2. So minus 1 over 4 is 5 over 4. Okay, so 1 over 4 plus 5 over 4 equals 1 over 2. 1 over 2 plus 5 over 4 So here 1/2 is 3/2 plus 5/4. Again, we change the denominator to 4. So multiply 2, multiply 2. So here is 6/4 plus 5/4 equals 11/4. Okay, so 11/4, the mixed fraction is 2, 3/4. But here the number is 2, 1/2. So this also not a sequence. F, negative 0.32, negative 0.16, negative 0.8, and negative 0.4. Okay, so negative 0.32 and negative 0.16, I think can divide by 2, right? Okay, if here divided by 2, negative 0.32 divided by 2 is negative 0.16. Okay, negative 0.16 divided by 2 is negative 0.08. So here, but here is negative 0.8. Okay, suppose here, if divided by 2 is negative 0.08. So now, this also not a sequence. Question number 2. Complete the number sequence below. A, 34, 28. After that, we can see 16 here. Okay, so the number is getting smaller, and most possible is subtraction because the difference between two numbers is not so big. Okay, so difference between 34 and 28 is 6. So 34 minus 6 equals 28. 28 minus 6 equals 22. 22 minus 6 equals 16. 16 minus 6 equals 10. 10 minus 6 equals 4. Okay, so the next question, 32, 16. And behind here we have 4. So the number also getting smaller. But from here we can see actually 32 is double of 16. Means 32 divided by 2 equals 16. Okay, so 16 divided by 2 is 8. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Okay, so opposite way, if go to front, go to back is divided by 2. Go to front, opposite of divide is multiply. So multiplied by 2 is 64. 64 multiplied by 2 is 128. Okay, C. 0.07, 1.12, 17.92. Now we don't have the number side by side. If we got number side by side, we can find the difference of the number. Okay, so to answer this question, Okay, we choose 1.12 and 0.07. If you look at the number of the sequence, actually the difference is quite big. So most possible pattern is multiply. But multiply by what number you need to identify. Okay, so 1.12 divided by 0.07. Okay, so 1.12 divided by 0.07 is equals 16. Okay, so here, from here go to here is multiply 16. How about from 0.7 go to the side here? Is it multiply 4? After that, here multiply again 4. Total is multiplied by 16. Correct or not? So next number 0.07 multiplied by 4 is 0.28. 0.28 multiplied by 4 is 1.12. 1.12 multiplied by 4 equals 4.48. Okay, so now D. 1 over 10. The next number is 1. So I know already. Okay, this one must be minus 1 over 10. 1 over 10 minus 1 over 10 equals 1. Okay, so 1 also equals to 10 over 10. If 10 over 10 minus 1 is 9 over 10. Okay, so 9 over 10 minus 1 over 10, we can obtain 8 over 10. 8 over 10 minus 1 over 10 is 7 over 10. Okay, so now we try to answer E. 0.2, 2.4, 28.8. Okay, now this one sure is multiplication. Okay, so 0.2 multiplied what will get 2.4. So what we need to do is 2.4 divided by 0.2. Check. Is equals 12. So means 0.2 times 12 will equals 2.4. So 2.4 times 12 will equals 28.8. Okay, so 28.8 times 12 equals 345.6. And 345.6 times 12 will equals 4147.2. Okay, so now we proceed to F. Okay, we look at these two numbers side by side is negative 80, negative 16. Okay, so from negative 80 to negative 16, we can see maybe the pattern is divide, right? Negative 80 divided by what will equals negative 16? We check. Okay, so if 80 divided by 16 we will obtain 5. So negative 80 divided by 5 equals negative 16. Okay, so negative 16 divided by 5 is negative 3.2. Negative 3.2 divided by 5 again. We will obtain negative 0.64. Okay, so go to behind, divide. So go to front, we multiply by 5. So negative 80 multiplied by 5 equals negative 400. Okay, so now G, we have the fraction side by side. So we find the difference. 7 over 12 minus 2 over 3. So it's negative 1 over 2. Means that from 2 over 3 go to 7 over 12 actually is minus 1 over 12. Okay, so 7 over 12 minus 1 over 12 equals 6 over 12. 6 over 12 minus 1 over 12 equals 5 over 12. Okay, so go to behind, minus, go to front is opposite. Opposite of minus is plus. So plus 1 over 12. Okay, so 2 over 3 plus 1 over 12 is equals 3 over 4. Okay, so the last question has negative 8.1, negative 4.1, negative 2.1. So we find the difference between negative 4.1 and negative 2.1. Okay, so negative 2.1 minus negative 4.1. Is equals 2. Okay, so means that from negative 4.1 to negative 2.1 actually is plus 2. So negative 2.1 plus 2 is equals to negative 0.1. Okay, so go to back. Plus, so means go to front with just minus 2. So negative 4.1 minus 2 is equals to negative 6.1. Question number 3. Complete the number sequence below based on the given pattern. Add 7 to the previous number. Okay, means we just add 7. So 42 add 7 is 49. 49 plus 7 is 56. 56 plus 7 is 63. 63 plus 7 is 70. 70 plus 7 is 77. Okay, quite simple. Okay, B. Divide the previous number by 2. Oh, also very simple. You just do the division. 96 divided by 2 equals 48. 48 divided by 2 is 24. 24 divided by 2 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3. Okay, so that's all for today. See you again. Bye.